Howdy, you all. Yeah, just going live now. So don't know who's all in here at the moment. I know I had Robyn here. Thank you, Robyn, and Todd. And I think Tina might have been here as well. So thank you also, Tina. So, yeah, who do we all have here? And, of course, here it is, a Sunday morning here, upside down at the butt of the earth, and just on 11 a.m. And I did send the link if anybody wants to come up to a few people, and I would love to see you, but I know a few of you are busy. I know Gail said that she's at the movies, so hopefully she enjoys her movie. And yeah, sounds great. I haven't been to the movies for ages, and actually with a lot of the offerings on these days, I don't know if I really want to go, and I hear that there's a new Stephen King movie out or coming out or about to come out, and well, I've heard some interesting stories how that one's really going to bomb, and yeah, I won't be going to watch that one for obvious reasons, and I think a lot of you might agree with that, but we're not going to get into that too much. So yeah, hi there, Todd. I see your message. Hello, everyone, and here we go. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, what's my video quality and sound quality like? I hope it's okay. It's sort of, hard to say. I've just got a LED light on my computer, on my laptop. So I just got one of those. It was about $16 at Kmart during the week. Thinking it'll be handy because it's a little detachable one that plugs into a USB. And I thought, yeah, that'll be really, really, really useful for when I go out filming at night. And, of course, I do want the Pocket 3, but I'm not able to do that at the moment. I use the Pocket 2 that I film with, and I would love to have the Pocket 3 because it's better low light capabilities and, higher bit rate and all of that, and a bigger sensor. So, but yeah, that's not going to happen at the moment. And I just got a new computer, so it definitely won't be happening. Or I should say new for me laptop. It's 2 years old, but lot newer than what I've been using. I'll show you what I've been using. Hi there, Robyn. Great to see you. But yeah, this is what I've been using, and I'll have to blank it. I mean, old as the hills. I'll have to blank it and just put it on the marketplace and see what I get for it. It's a touchscreen one, but I think it was Windows 8 or something. And I mean, when I bought it, probably bought it about 4 years ago. I mean, it wasn't new then, and it had been updated to Windows 10. And it would not update to Windows 11, not a hope to update it to Windows 11. And even if you do the update thingy that Windows has, and cannot update to Windows 11. Not a hope in hell to update to Windows 11. That's basically what the message said, although not in quite those words. Yeah, great to see you, Robyn. So, yeah, I'll have to blank it and put it on the marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and just see what I get for it. If I get $50 or $100 for it, that's a bonus. And, that could go towards a few things, and could even go towards getting out of the stink house, if you know what I mean. Because still stuck here at the stink house, and yeah, it's actually really getting to me and giving me anxiety. And I should be out filming and editing a lot more, and so often I just don't feel like it because, this stinkhouse just draws or takes out my energy or saps my energy, or you know what I mean? It just energy's gone. I don't sort of sleep real well here, and there's nights where they're all just full of drugs and going crazy, and they're fighting and smashing things and yelling and screaming and cussing and all of that. And I stick to myself. So, lock myself in the room here, and that's that. So, yeah, got to get out of this stink house because it's giving me the absolute shits, to put it bluntly. I do appreciate everybody who comes here, and I can do it. I can give out a membership. I've got you all running here on my tablet, running from actually the cooking channel. I don't know if that'll show up here, the way the light sort of, but we're going to hit up a membership later on. I'll gift a membership. Yeah, it is terrible, Robyn, and I'm sort of stuck here at the moment, and it's really not good. And, it's a horrible place. I'm thinking of getting out. I should really set the live now to do it, but I made it won't be a StreamYard. I'll do it from my phone. Thursday evening here at the city, 7 p.m. Local time. So that would be early. Thursday morning for you all. And so I'd love to have people come on and view that one. And who knows, I could get a heap of views on that live stream like I did. I'll be about 2 weeks ago when I went into the city on the Saturday, and I got something like about, in that live stream, 4,500 nearly. So, yeah, that was huge. So, hopefully we get something huge like that. But that'll be very early Thursday morning for you all. 7 p.m. my time. I believe it would be about 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern time. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Summer Standard Time, New York time, that sort of thing for you all. So pretty early. So I don't know who I'll get there, but of you all, but hopefully I'll get a heap of viewers from the States. Yeah, it's actually a tribute vigil in Melbourne at the Treasury Gardens for Charlie Kirk. So I'm wanting to go and attend that one and live stream it. And it would be brilliant if we, if you don't sort of bake the live stream, if you caught it on replay, gang, that would be lovely too. But as I said, I did send the link out to a few people who would like to come up, or if they would like to come up, I should say. But I know, very short notice. I'd only sort of set this StreamYard this morning. I should have set it yesterday. But, that's, how it is. And, this place, as I said, sort of gets a bit on top of me. So, weather here today, I don't know if I can share it or not. We'll just see if we can share it. So we can get it coming up and share what the weather's doing. Let's see. Present screen. Share screen. Window, entire screen. I don't know if we can get it or not. That's not the one I want. But yeah, just be out for ages because my computer was old and terrible. So you just gotta bear with me. Get this worked out. I might be only able to share within Chrome. I've got something on Edge I was going to share, but I don't think that's going to work. So I might just have to make a tab of what I opened. On Chrome, I think. And because I just sort of got the URL and pasted that. So, because yeah, we're just going to share what the weather's doing. If we can. Share that with you all. So 11 a.m. I don't know if it's really going to show the temperature. The language, put it to a decent language. So yeah, here we've got the temperature. I'll zoom this out a little bit. I sort of have the zoom set that I can sort of read it, if you know what I mean. I think you all know what that is. But yeah, current temperature 58, cloudy, feels like 50, visibility 42.9 mile. Wow. UV index 1, pressure, all of that. Oh yes, still warm here. Yeah, I have heard that quite a few of you all are getting a bit of hot weather again. That your summer's giving a last, burst. and, shaking its fist and saying, I will not be gone so easy. I'm going to fight to the end. Everybody be laughing at that. Missy's channel, hi there. Great to see you as well. I just sort of have to have a look here just to see that I've got you all and not missing any, messages. So, we'll just stop sharing that and go back to main screen. But yeah, I can give out one membership today. So, and of course, if anybody else wants to become a member, please do. I'd love some more channel members. And of course, anybody who gives out members, much appreciated. Anybody who drops a super chat or a super thanks or a dono with the link up above, thank you so much, and I will give you a shout out. And I know I did set it as a goal for 5 supers that are going to go into the city on Thursday morning early for you all. I'd live stream that, but I will be actually doing that anyways, whether I got the super chats or not. So don't worry about that. We are going to give out a membership. So I wish I could give out some more, but we are going to give out one. I'm just getting my tablet here and doing it on my tablet. So we'll see who gets that. Oh, Robyn, congratulations. You're here and you've got a free membership. So that's wonderful. I really love it when I gift out a membership that somebody who's actually here in the live stream, in the chat, gets it. I really, really love when that happens. So, that's brilliant. Oh, you're most welcome, Robyn. Most welcome. And, I wish I could do more. I'd love to do like, some people can do it and they do like 5 or 10, live stream. And I'd love to be able to do that, but I just don't have enough bank to do that, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I gave one out during the week, bought one for Gail in Gail's live stream and then also in Jan's live stream. So, I've sort of about blown my bank now, with buying a computer and all of that. I've sort of blown whatever bank I had. I don't know if I can bring up a photo here. Of computer. Let's see. I don't know if I can. A bit will show here, but that's basically I took a photo of it. I'm going to put it in this video I'm working on. This laptop. I got it for a really good price. A really, really good price. But it only had 8 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, hi there, Moon. So, definitely needed 16. So I put an extra $100 into it, $200 into it, and got the RAM boosted up to 16. It's great to see you, Boone, over Miami, and I'm really happy to see you. And thanks so much for coming in. And hopefully work don't give you too many headaches, because I know you're working night shift by the sound of it. So I hope it don't give you too many headaches. I think working for others at the best of times is, you know, not my favourite thing. So if you sort of got to work nights, I hope they sort of, you know, bump up the hourly rate to compensate or to make up for that. And I mean, a lot of companies are the same, or a lot of people are the same these days. They basically could care less about work-life balance and how people want to have an actual life outside of work and all of that. And, you know, they could care less about that. And they want something and they want you just to drop everything and jump. So, you know, I don't really think that is much fun. You know, when you work for somebody, they're buying your time. They're not buying your body, soul, spirit, whatever, you know. They're just buying your time. And then I think after they've paid for the time that they've bought from you, you know, the 8-hour day or what have you, they should leave you alone. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on that. Be interested to hear what everybody else thinks. But yeah, we really must get a few people up onto panel sometime. I know there's far more popular people that they would rather go up on with. Don't really want to go up with Ariella. More popular people that they'd rather go up with. So, you know, live streams here just sort of bounce along the bottom of the barrel, I think. So yeah, what's everybody's thoughts on that? Interested to hear what pops up in chat. I know some people just don't like to go onto lives either. They just don't like the camera to show themselves. And you know, there's a number of you. If I see who you are and that it's really you, where I sent the link out to in the basement, you know, you could come up and just talk and have the camera turned off. You know, that's fine. For those who I send the link out to, they're people who I trust. So, you know, if I actually drop the link here in chat, well, then I need to be a lot more careful who comes up and make sure and verify that who's coming up is actually who they say they are. I have seen it done where people have not been subscribers and they have, you know, decided to come up into, you know, into the chat panel and they're sitting in the basement and they're showing some nasty things. And so, you know, they get blocked from the channel real quick. You know, they're thinking they're probably up on screen already, but they're just in the basement. Well, get out of my live stream, get off my channel and don't come back, you know. So, you know, that's how that is. So, yeah, what's everybody else been up to? And I did ask and nobody told me, what's my sound quality and video quality like? Because, of course, the internet network here really sucks. Yes, Robyn, I know quite a few people have had that trouble, and I think one or two even had one sort of come up on screen, and that's sort of before they'd sort of caught it. And I forget who that was. But, you know, basically it's just somebody wanting to share something disgusting, and you think, what's going on in their head? And have they Oh, thank you, Moon. Have they fried their brain? Or do they even have a brain left? You think, what's going on? That somebody would want to go and do something like that and destroy somebody else's channel. And I think that's absolutely foul and disgusting that, some would want to do that. And I think, why? Yeah, like I said, the upload speed here is pretty bloody hopeless. And all the mobile phone providers are the same. All the cell networks, just in this particular location, they are all, none of them are good. Yes, sick people. And I mean, this last week, week and a half, or 11 days, ever since the 10th, some of the really sick stuff and sick comments that I've seen, where people have put up a tribute, to somebody who was murdered or assassinated, and the sick comments I've seen up on where people have put a tribute, it just absolutely disgusts me. And I have blocked so many people on Facebook and Instagram this last 10 days. Because if you're going to comment something sick where I'll put a post up myself in tribute, I don't want you on my page. If you're a friend, and you'll be blocked also, a friend. And if you're doing that, you're not really a friend, and you can just go away from me. There's been a lot, and I don't want that. I just don't want that, yeah. So, I've blocked so many in the last week. And I know a lot of you all are probably saying the same story, that you've blocked so many. And there's also been a number that I've blocked with another issue. The 10th was my mum's birthday in heaven. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm sorry that you don't have your mum with you anymore, Robyn. And happy birthday to your mom. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. But yeah, that's what happened on the 10th is sort of probably put a rather sad light on the day, or that something sad has happened, and on that day. And actually, when I talk about, I don't really do birthdays, but my birthday is October 30. But then with what happened to Gail's sister on that day, and oh no, that's terrible. That is really terrible. And so, what Gail and her mum have done in tribute to her sister Gretchen has been absolutely wonderful. And, that something good has come from such a heartbreaking event. I've got to give kudos to Gail and her mum Jan for that. And I don't know if I was in the same situation, if I would have had the same strength. I don't know. Yes, so true, Robyn. For me, I never had a mom, I never had a sister, I never had a brother, I never had a dad, I never had family. So, I don't really know what all those things feel like. But of course, I can I can speak of the heartache of being an orphan, for example, and not having family, which, probably a lot of others cannot speak of, so they just hear my experiences on that. And, with everything that happened with my birth and, losing my country and losing my people because of that bullshit, sorry for the French, it really does, it really does piss me off, and especially when people don't understand. Sorry for the language. Oh, I'm so sorry, Robyn. Yeah, that's terrible. That is really terrible, and I'm so sorry. And yeah, those things really hurt. And growing up without a family and without people in your corner, that really hurts too. Grew up with nobody in my corner. And actually, as far as family goes, I would say you all here on YouTube are my family, or the only family I have, and the only friends I have, actually, to tell the truth. So that's how it is. Stuck here at this stink house and nobody here. Thank you, Robyn. That's what I really want. And, I'd probably be back and forth across the country all the time, just catching up with everybody and meetups and all sorts of things. And I would really love that. And, just catching up with everybody in person. And, I heard Gail and Jan in their lives yesterday. I will say yesterday. They were talking about how they're going to make sure Heather gets to the next meetup, and that they'll actually catch up with Heather in person and not have popsicle stick Heather. So that sounds wonderful, and I really hope that works out. And I know Gail and Jan were talking about a meetup. I wish Gail or Jan were here and they could sort of talk more about it, but I believe it's about the 6th, June 6th next year or something. I believe, and I wish Jan or Gail were here, or even Lynda. I think Lynda of another time knows about that one too, and she may even be involved. It would be wonderful too if she was here and could talk about it and share it out. Yeah, I believe it is. I did see you in both lives yesterday, Robyn, so I know you know a little about it, just what yes, a movie date with Taz, yes. I know I did message her and she said she was doing out at the movie, so yep. I would have been great if she could have came in here, but such short notice. What was the alert going here? Message not delivered. Oh well, that doesn't matter because I'd sent the link and that to Gail through Messenger, but I'd also sent it directly to her phone, so she'd got it, and she said she was at the movies in reply to my message on the phone. So she'd got it. So Messenger didn't send it through. It didn't send it through. It may be that she'd changed her Messenger or something. I know she often has trouble with Instagram and Facebook. with the accounts, getting locked out of old accounts and that sort of thing. So, she gets locked out and she'll sometimes start another one instead. So, I might have the old link or whatever. And, that's fine. Oh, thank you, Robyn. Yeah, I should have set this yesterday. I should have set this 24 hours beforehand, and I probably would have had a lot more coming. And so I'll have to set Thursdays. I don't know if I can do it. I'd like to get to the night market and film too, and that's Wednesday night. But I don't know if I can do 2 nights in the evening in the city. Because it sort of means, even though I can get back to the train station nearest to here, the bus between the train station and where I'm staying isn't running sort of. I think the last bus runs at about 9:15 p.m. or something. So, it would mean having to get an Uber from the train station to where I stay 2 nights in the same week. So I don't know if I can do that. I'd love to be able to and do get some more content. And yeah, I've got to edit later. I was going to get it up for the weekend, and that's not going to happen, I'm afraid, because Arielle are lazy. Well, Arielle are very tired from, all the bullshit that goes on in the stink house. So, as I was talking about earlier. And so, I don't sort of get to, and I don't have the energy to do it often, to film and to edit like I should. And so I've got to get out of this stink house, for the good of my channel being able to, boost up my workload again, and just for the good of my emotional health as well. Got to get out of this stink house. And, you might have laughed about the stink house songs that I've made. But, yeah, they are deeply rooted in truth. And, I've just sort of put some humour on it just to try and lighten the emotional load a little bit. Thank you, Robyn. Page family, hi there. Great to see you, Peggy. Great to see you, and thanks so much for coming in. I should have sent you the link to come up, but you probably wouldn't want to come up anyways, Peggy. I know you've sort of got a bit out of YouTube and all of that over the last year or 2 years with everything that happened, and how you had to go and work, and also supporting Andy through, this terrible, terrible, terrible illness. And so you'd sort of got out of YouTube and TikTok for a while. You just couldn't do it, and I totally understand that. Yeah, thumbs up, Peggy. No problem. I totally understand. And, I've got my test with this stink house and with housing in this country. Yeah, I'd love to have you to come up, Mickey. I'm trying to think, do I have your email or messenger or what have you? Because I will send you the link. Let's see. I think I might have emailed you once before. Yeah, I've got to get out of that environment. So true, Peggy. Let's see. this is a good thing that I can sort of have my phone and my tablet available, because I don't sort of have the email account sort of all linked up on my computer anyway. So, and if I'm live streaming from them, it's impossible, with whatever, it's impossible to sort of use them for anything else. Oh, beautiful. I do have... Okay, I'll send you the link through to email. Yeah, I wish there was some, Robyn, yes. Critter Creek Rescue. I hope that's the link. Mickey? But yes, I'd love to have you to come up. And, we could talk about your channel, Mickey, and it would be brilliant. Yeah, disregard the first part. I've just sort of linked up the text that was Mickey to you, that I'd sent out to a number of people an hour and a half before this live stream was going. Just go with the link. That's the chat link, Mickey. And yeah, I've just sent it through to your email. So yeah, I hope you get it and you can come up. And of course, if you're up here on screen talking, that'll give me a chance just to step away from the screen and make myself another coffee. I've had one cup of coffee so far, and Sunday mornings I need coffee. I know I should be in church, but very, very bad experiences with church here. And there's one I'd like to go to, but I think it might be a bit far. I saw that there is a Baptist church around, but it's a bit far, and I'd love to go to that one. Because, in the past I've been to Baptist church outside of this country, and that's where I always had the best experiences and felt most at home in a church. So, wanting to find one that I can sort of get to, because I'm sort of relying on public transport. That's a bit of a hassle to get to them. But yeah, I'd love to sort of be able to get to a church again on a Sunday morning. I was with a home church group, and that ended November last year. And it didn't end very well, and it was quite sad. A long story. Oh, thank you, Peggy. I really appreciate it. Yeah, run the replay tomorrow. Thank you. Of grands to beat in a game. Yes, you go and beat them grandies. Yes, beat the grandkids in the game. Grandma has to win. Yes, absolutely, Peggy. So yeah, I hope Mickey can get up, and I hope you got that email, Mickey, because I did send it through. So I hope I personally, at online church, I did watch a few of them. It's just, for me, it just doesn't cut it, if you know what I mean. I want to be actually there and talking to the people in real life. I guess it's very much Generation X. We grew up with technology just coming in, so we're sort of living in two worlds, compared to, when we talk about the older generation, the boomers, a lot of the boomers really struggle with technology because they didn't grow up with it. Whereas we grew up with all the sorts of things coming in, and so we sort of, oh wow, a mobile phone that's as big as a brick. Well, yeah, we could sort of live with that, and so we'd get it. And we were quite young when we got that stuff. Whereas my boomer friends are saying, I just cannot really buy stuff online without ever seeing it and that sort of thing. I want to have something in my hand and to look at it first before I buy it. Whereas those of us Generation X can do that, but we do actually prefer to go and buy something that we know. We'll go to a store and look at these things and hold them, and then we might end up looking on Amazon and looking on eBay and everything and seeing if we can get a better deal and then buying it from, eBay or Amazon or whatever. And then you have millennials and Generation Z, for example. They will shop and do totally everything online and could care less about doing it in in a physical store. So the difference on generations. So it's interesting. And I mean, they grew up with all the stuff we're talking about. They learned to use the stuff as learned about using a tablet and even computers and whatnot from when they could first walk and talk, sort of thing. So they've grown up all their lives totally immersed in the stuff. It's not just come in and they've learned how to do it when they were teenagers, late teens, early 20s, that sort of thing. No, they've grown up with it from birth. So differences once again. Yeah, you're a little bit older than me, Robyn, but not that much. Yeah, I actually with computers, early teens actually, had access to computers, early teens. I mean, I wasn't allowed to use it all the time because it was more for their own kids, the place I grew up with, but access to it. But we're talking about DOS, the old computers that, had a big old, two-color or monochrome or whatever. Oh, hi there, Gail. Monitor or plugged into a television. And, of course, a big old tube television with a small screen, and the television itself was huge and heavy. But the screen itself was really, for a big TV, only about as wide as what this laptop monitor is. So, that's crazy. And they're often black and white, or, if they were colour, the colour was pretty, awful. And then I'd sort of, started with Windows because yeah, I've got a computer then myself. When I was living in Jakarta, Windows 93, then came online with the internet with Windows 95, and did a lot with Windows until Windows Vista, Windows XP. You know, when these things come out, the Android devices, then totally got into Android, and then computers sort of took a back foot. So I'm sort of learning about the computers again with Windows 11. That's what this laptop that I got is using. I'll have to check on my phone. I'll see that you sent me a message. Gail, so I'll just see what you sent through. Oh, yes, you just sent me the movie. What movie you went to see? Light of the World. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Yeah, well, this old laptop that I have, I'm going to have to blank it. Yeah, I remember XP, yes. I don't know if anybody here used Windows Vista, but it just looked absolutely beautiful compared to Windows XP, you know, the operating system. But yes, I'll have to look into that movie, Gail, see if it's one that I can watch. Oh, good. It is one that I can watch. Because, yeah, as I get older, I'm not really wanting to watch things that are awful. And Stephen King and his latest movie, they can jam that where the sun don't shine. I ain't going to be watching it. And actually, I will never read another one of his books or watch another one of his movies. I'm just not able to do it. Don't think there's anyone. Don't think Mickey's been able to get here. He must have. Oh, yes, that's interesting, Robyn. Yeah. With the year 2000. Yeah, was that the millennial bug? Was all the big oh, what have I done here? Oh, I don't want that background. You'll be laughing at me. I'm just sort of clicking here, working out StreamYard. Because I don't know if Mickey's here in the basement, although I don't think he is. He did say he was going to come up, and I sent him out an email, but he might not have got the email, or he might have got busy with doing something. Mickey of Critter Creek. Yes, I'll watch that trailer later, Gail. But yeah, Windows 7 on an old. I'll show you my old laptop, and you can see why I couldn't sort of do StreamYards with it and do, you know, comment picker or things, because it just wouldn't handle it. But like, this is the old. It was Windows 7 or Windows 8, and it just wouldn't handle stuff. So yeah, I'll just blank it and put it on the marketplace, and if I get $50 or $100 for it, I'm happy. And I mean, I could do with the $50 or $100 too, you know. But yeah, I was hoping Mickey was going to come up, but I could have, you know, had somebody else talking, and I could have just stepped away to get myself a cup of coffee. I'm needing more coffee. And I mean, you know, anyone else who I sent the link out to, if you want to come up and just chit-chat away and yabber away, but have the, you know, the camera off, I'd really appreciate that too. You know, if you're thinking you're looking a bit messy, to actually come up and show yourself, but you wouldn't mind talking, you know, I could live with you having the camera off. That would give me a chance to step away from the screen and make myself some coffee. I've had one cup and I'm thinking, I need more coffee. Yeah, I might have to do that. So you might just hear me yabbering away in the background while I make my coffee. I basically, when I want coffee, I'll go and fill up my thermos flask with hot water. I don't have an electric kettle here in this room. I should get one. Or even if I've got like a burner, you know, a canister burner and a kettle to put on it, just to boil some water. So I just fill this up with hot water every morning. But as for food, I'm buying takeout, or I'm buying something pre-prepared or very simple to prepare, and then I'll cook it in this room. I have like an electric wok. I have a desktop oven, you know, the big glass thing on the bottom, a bit like an air fryer, but not. And I have a George Foreman grill. So, you know, I can cook myself up a steak or something in the room. Because I will not use that kitchen here at the Stink House. It's filthy. And I don't want to clean it. I don't want to clean it every time I want to just cook something, if you know what I mean. And also with 8 rooms in this house or building, can you call it a house? I don't call it a home. The others are wanting to use it as well. And if I want to use the kitchen for something, I don't want to be with anybody else. You know what I mean? And plus, so often what they're cooking absolutely bloody stinks. I don't know, they burn it, or they're cooking food that's nearly gone off, or I don't know, just... And, you know, when you're talking about 7 different people cooking things and 7 very different things, and the smells sort of are mixing, it actually makes me feel nauseous, actually, the smell of that food, because I don't know if I could call it food, because it's not very nice, and yeah, makes me feel nauseous. But, you know, there's not much coffee powder left in this. I'll have to go to the supermarket later and get some more coffee powder. Definitely will have to go and get some more coffee powder later. I was scratching around to see if I've got any other. I mean, I've got some real coffee that I could make in a French press, but I don't really want to do that. And, you know, water in a thermos ain't really hot enough either. You know what I mean? like he didn't want to come up, so yeah, never mind. Oh, I forgot. I just had some. This one I forgot. I'm sort of jabbering away here in the corner. I forgot I had this in the. Got a couple of shots left of it, but copy shots, yeah. Oh, I'm glad I got that. I will have a copy after all. Because yeah, the little bit of 3-in-1 coffee powder I had, it's not going to make coffee near strong enough. You may be laughing at me, but I don't like weak coffee. I really need the caffeine hit. If you know what I mean. So yeah, I can shove some of that in, and it'll make it taste like coffee. Oh, I have enough for one more. One more coffee. Everybody be having a giggle at me talking my BS. I love condensed milk, but I don't need the sugar, so I just sort of do with evaporated milk. And then just sweeten it up with some stevia or monk fruit or what have you. Oh, I've got to go. I'm nearly out of milk too, so I will have to go to the supermarket later and get some. Oh, coffee. I've nearly got it, so I'll be sitting down and talking to you all again. Yeah, coffee. Everybody be laughing at me. And I'll see what I've missed here on chat. But yeah, I'm having a giggle at you there with that one, Gail. Well, yes, Robyn, I would wait until it's building. 8 bedrooms. And I mean, I hate when I have to use the bathroom and I have to go with a can of Dettol spray just to use the bathroom, bob everything out with disinfectant spray. I mean, some of you have seen the photos of the stink house. So you know what I'm talking about. I think he must have got busy and couldn't come because, yeah, I did send him an email with the link. It should tell me if somebody's in the basement. It should. I'm not seeing him. So, yeah, he's probably got busy. I would have liked if he could have come up and said hello. It would have been brilliant. But, yeah, he's probably got busy. Well, he may have lost connection or something too, or found out his internet's not really pulling a good enough connection or what have you. That could be. I mean, the internet here is pretty hopeless. So, you know, I could run the speed test and show you. There should be a web page with the speed test. Oh, I need some more sweetener in this coffee. Just bear with me. Need some more of this. Whole earth stevia. I found that's about the best. I got this other monk fruit and it's okay, but it's not really my favourite. It's whole earth monk fruit, but it's not really my favourite. It sort of seems like it's got something in it, like gelatin powder or something. I mean, it's not bad, but it's, yeah. You all will be having a giggle at me. Need another little drop of coffee in here too. The coffee's not quite strong enough for me. Oh, shove the whole lot in. Empty the... Because, yeah, looking at what was in the little bottle of the coffee shop, it's not really enough to make another cup. But, yeah, I'm a sour old bitch, so I need plenty of sweetness. And I'm sleepy, so I need plenty of coffee. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better. So, yeah, everybody will be having a bit of a giggle. The yibber-yabbering, yibber-yabbering. Yeah, no problem, Robyn. That's no problem, and I totally understand. Now, that could be funny on a live stream, you know, the sound of your husband's snoring coming across. Yeah, that would be funny. And, of course, if you're not feeling well, that's the last thing you want to do is come up. And even if you're not on showing, you don't really want to be talking when you've got a stomach ache or anything either. Oh, that's funny how that does that, Gail. Yes. Chinese food doesn't seem to stick. I mean, you're absolutely feeling full and you've eaten like crazy. And then, 30 minutes or an hour later, you're hungry again. Do they put something in it to make you go and buy more? I don't know. Maybe somebody could answer that question. But yes, you go and buy Chinese takeout and, yeah, it's often like that. Yeah. I have noticed the same dang thing. I mean, I'll be doing some fried rice later. I cooked it up yesterday in the electric wok that I've got. And so I'll just heat it up in the electric wok again later. A Southeast Asian style one, though, this one. I don't know if you can see. And I can't sort of take the lid off to tip it up to show you properly either because rice will just go everywhere, all over my laptop. That may not be recommended. I don't have a rice cooker and I'd like one, but I'm not really going to buy one here either. I don't sort of want a lot of stuff to have to move. So, you know, I'll buy like the pre-cooked Thai jasmine rice. You know, they just have it sealed up in a mylar bag. And I'll buy that. It's cooked already. So when I'm making my fried rice, I'll just I'll cook my meat and my vegetables and that. Add whatever seasonings. And then, you know, break the rice up and then into the electric wok with it and just cook it up. You know, you buy like a big mylar bag of it for about $5. And then you'll get a really good meal of fried rice from that. And of course, if you really hit it up with vegetables and eggs and things, you'll make enough for 2 meals of fried rice. And like, that's what I did there. And, you know, I had it up for 2 meals, and that's the second meal that I just showed you in the container that I just put into the fridge here. I don't have a freezer, I'm afraid, but I have a small fridge in this room that I went and bought cheap. Because, of course, if I put stuff in the refrigerator in the stinkhouse kitchen, it evaporates. There's a lot of evaporation. I learned that when I first got there. When I first arrived here at Stinkhouse, I bought some ice creams and I put them in the freezer, thinking, yeah, I'll come back and get an ice cream later. I had one out of the packet, 6 in a packet, Magnum ice creams. I think you might all know what those are, Magnum ice creams. 6 in the packet, had one. Went back to get an ice cream 2 hours later, you know, me and ice cream. And the whole bloody lot had evaporated out of the freezer. The whole bloody lot. So, you know, I was really quite pissed about that. And so got on the marketplace looking for just a small fridge that I could get for this stinkhouse room. So, you know, got a $50 fridge. Because, of course, you know, I rather quickly paid for it in what I saved in food evaporation. Oh, it's a rotten place, Robyn. This is a rotten place. So, you know, it's what it is. Rotten, a lot of rotten people, a rotten place. You know, it's full of drugs and makes me vomit. And I've got to get out of this bloody place. And I mean, you want to go and use the restroom and somebody's blocked the toilet. And I think you know what they've blocked it with. And, you know, you lift the lid to use the toilet and I do vomit. And, you know, it's terrible. It's horrid. It's a rotten building. I can't even call it a house, really. It's, you know, it's the stink house. It's absolutely foul and rotten. And, you know, those songs are really, really, really true to life. You know, the stink house songs. Really, really, really true to life. I mean, just to go in there to use the bathroom, I'm spraying everything down with disinfectant spray first. To have a shower, I'm spraying everything down with disinfectant spray first. You know what I mean? And so, you know, It's really quite annoying. And, it's just draining my energy. And I'd love YouTube to be really kind and have something go ballistic viral that I could sort of get out of here. Or I'd love the lottery to be kind, that I could get out of here. But it ain't happening, I nearly dropped an F-bomb there. Nearly dropped an F-bomb, but didn't. But yeah, I could easily drop an F-bomb about this place. But anyways, there's not a lot I can do about that. Unfortunately, it's sad. I can't do anything to get out of here. I'm stuck here, so yeah. Yeah, who have we got here? Who have we all got here? I think most of you said hi, but may not have. Maybe somebody here. I did sort of set this as subscriber only, so Thank you, Robyn. Thank you. I hope you're right, because I don't know necessarily they do get answers. You know what I mean? It's sad to say, but it's what it is. Yep, great to see you here, Gail. Yeah, I am going to eventually have to. It'll probably end up being like a 34K or a 35K giveaway. Because I'm about. It's probably less now. About 100 off from 34K. I'm going to have to do a giveaway sometime. I am expecting, and things really slowed down over your summer, and I hope things get better now. June, I think, was my last YouTube check, but I have one coming. I'll be getting one this month. Well, actually, it just goes direct to my bank account. Instead of a check, that's sort of the way YouTube does it. And quicker, because actually banks here don't really like checks. Actually, they're talking about not even giving out checkbooks anymore. And I think from next year sometime, they won't actually even be giving out checks or checkbooks at the banks here. That's crazy. But I mean, you put a check into the bank and it takes like between 3 and 5 days to actually get into your account. And but I know very well that whoever presented the check, as soon as the check is, whoever wrote the check, as soon as the check is presented to the bank, the money is straight away out of their account. Yeah, June, but it's because ad revenue and everything was just down and just didn't get to the minimum amount of $100 for the month. That's how it is. And I've had a couple of members sort of drop off and hadn't got any supers or anything like that. So, that's what it is. But yeah, I think it'll be like tomorrow or the next day or something. It'll be in my account. So that will actually pay for me to get to the city to do some filming. and, you know, a little bit of that towards my laptop and all of that. So, you know. But now with this laptop, I'll be able to run like comment picker and that sort of thing, because the old one I had just wouldn't do it. It just wouldn't do it. I mean, it wouldn't even run the webcam for me to show myself on screen. That's how old it was, and hopeless and broken and everything. Oh, thank you, Robyn. Yeah, basically it's the way monetization works on YouTube. And YouTube will not send a payment until it gets to a minimum amount, and then they'll send the payment for the month. And it's about the 11th that they sort of tallied up for the month, and it's 1 month behind actually. So I mean, it'll be what's owing to me up till the end of August, not up till, you know, whatever today's date is in September or what have you, or even, you know, the 11th of September. It'll be what's owing to the end of the previous month. And then they send the money through to you between the 21st and the 26th of the month. So I'll be getting the YouTube payment sometime between the 21st, which is today, or Sunday. Today is Sunday in this location, you know, upside down at Earth's butt. At Earth's ass is the 21st of September. But sometime between the 21st and the 26th is when they actually send it through to you, your payment, if you've got up to the minimum amount. And that's how YouTube works with monetization for anybody who's interested. But yeah, I hadn't got a payment for a while, but we all know that watch hours and revenue and everything drops off during summer. So, you know, people just ain't watching YouTube. They're out in their gardens. They're out walking their dog or what have you while the daylight lasts. And so they're not watching YouTube so much. And you know, of course, if it's only getting dark at 8 or 9, they're only coming in at that time. And then they might watch YouTube for a little bit, and then they're going to bed. Or they're watching, you know, Netflix or what have you. I don't have Netflix, and I'm not getting it. But, you know, they're doing that. And so if they're watching YouTube, they're only really watching YouTube for about 30 minutes. Instead of like in, you know, the winter months and the cooler months where it's dark earlier, they might be watching YouTube for about 3 hours. Well, yes, also Gail, Robyn, sorry, I thought it was Gail. They do go on vacation and family gatherings and things too, yeah. Or they're outside grilling or something like that. They're not watching YouTube. Or they're out playing some sport, walking the dog, working in the garden, or, you know, homesteaders are out, you know, got home from work and they decide, well, we really need to clean out the chicken coop, so they're doing that. And of course, on weekends, they're not sitting inside watching YouTube over the weekends because, you know, the weather is fine and it's daylight, and so they're out on a family gathering or going out camping or, you know, doing something like that, or sport, or, you know, what have you. So, you know, the watch hours and everything just goes way down over summer. Oh, well, that's good to hear, Gail. I'm glad to hear that. And fingers crossed that you do get paid this month. But, that's how it is. So, with fall coming in and all of that, our watch hours should go up. And, yes, it's your hair, Gail. I would have loved if you could have came up, but you're probably too tired. I did send you the link. Just to talk about Fall Fest too, talking about fall. And yes, I will be participating in Fall Fest again. Oh, well, thank you, Gail. Thank you. That's so appreciated. Thank you for the super sticker. I will be participating in Fall Fest. Gail, I should set it up. If we do a live a week from today, so next Saturday night, and I should set it up now, and we could talk about Fall Fest on our way home from Graham. Yep, you can't do it now because you're in the car. Yep, got it, no problem. If we could do it in a week's time, Gail, and we could talk about Fall Fest. That'll be about the 28th or 27th your time, which would be just like a couple of days before Fall Fest kicks off on the 29th. So if we could talk about Fall Fest in a StreamYard, and whether you set the StreamYard up from my channel, up from your channel, or set it up from mine. It's a pity StreamYard doesn't allow you, because I was looking at the cost of it, and it's to pay month by month, and just for 1 month, it's nearly $50 for me. And so, yeah, I don't think I can do that. If they had, like, you could even just pay for one live or something, that you could sort of, that would be great. And, that pay for one, and, we could set it up and people could sort of co-stream from their own channels, and it was just one live. I mean, that would be really useful. StreamYard's just got very, very, very greedy. But, just to upgrade, yeah. I mean, it's terrible. I just want to say what it costs here. But yeah, it's nearly $50. Yeah, for a little bit, yeah. Well, this is funny. I'd sort of appear and disappear. I should turn off green screen. I think my internet's sort of not really good enough to do it, my internet speed. I mean, if I had a green screen behind me, it would work a lot better too. But it's nearly $50 to do it. But yeah, if you pay for a whole year, billed yearly, $35.99 per month. And I mean, there's no way I can do that. I couldn't go and pay a whole year. I mean, you know, you're looking at about, what's that, about $400 or something. Billed monthly, $44.99 per month, so $45 for a month. It's too expensive. Far too expensive. I mean, if it was $20 month by month, I would consider it. But, you know, double that, it's too much. And I should look and see what Restream is and see what they charge. Streamlabs. I should look to see what Streamlabs charge. Streamlabs, which used to be Melon. I should look to see what they charge. I think there's certainly an opening for somebody if they were going to set up a streaming service and have a competitive rate. I think that would sort of, you know, take a lot of people away from StreamYard and the like, and it's really what's needed. You know, some real competition just to drive the prices down. You know, and somebody who will give a competitive rate, because yes, it's too expensive. I mean, who's got the money to pay like $400 for a whole year? And that was just the second tier, not the most expensive tier. The most expensive tier was double the cost. And so, yeah, who's got the money to do that? And I mean, a lot of people are even just struggling to do like month by month to do it. And really have to think about, can we justify even buying 1 month? You know, when they're doing month by month, can we justify spending, you know, $40 for a month? Yeah, StreamYard, I think, I don't know, I must have a look to see what the price of Restream is, because I have used Restream. But StreamYard is easier to use, yes. It is definitely easier to use. I was wondering what this was telling me, but yeah, it's just some alert for something or other, not important. Oh, I see Nancy's live. That's actually what it is. I'll have to go through this and because I got heaps of alerts on this thing. I'll have to have a bit of a clean out of all the alerts. But, you know, it's absolutely, the price of it's crazy. And I should have a look at Restream and see what it charges. Because, you know, I would consider it if it's, you know, not a bad price. See plans and pricing. Standard. $16 a bill is $190 per year. Annual pricing. We'll see what it is month by month. Standard pricing, $19 per month. Multi-stream on 3 channels. No watermark in studio. $19. Well, that's worth considering. All clips AI turned into $38 if you chose that extra. Oh, interesting. I mean, I could just do that anyways. If I wanted to do that instead of paying the extra to do it. Oh, I might have to look into that. You know, $19 compared to $45 for a month. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it pretty soon too, Gail. Yeah. Yes, Robyn. I'm just sort of getting your questions now, or messages. I was sort of looking at what the prices are for different things. Yes, another rally to go. That's Thursday evening here in Melbourne at Earth's Ass. So that's Thursday morning, very early for you all, something like about 5 a.m. or something. I'm going to live stream that. I will live stream that. I have to do my Pork Fest video next week to have it ready for Monday. Yeah, I'll have to do it over next week too. I'll have to get Anna's costume all sorted. Yeah, I just looked. I don't know if that's Monopoly money, you know, Earth's Ass currency, or if that's US dollars. I'm not sure. I'll just share that and show you. But yeah, that's the prices with Restream, Gail. So, you know, that's interesting. The prices with Restream, yeah. That's month by month, and if I annual pricing, you know, by yearly. So, you know, looking at that, we've just got to learn how to use Restream because, yeah, far better prices. I'll see if I can get Streamlabs up. Because, yes, I'm not paying for StreamYard. Streamlabs might be restream too. We'll just share this tab. Later. I don't really want any more alerts popping up here. Live streaming. Multi-stream. Don't know if that's... Oh, yeah, that's to that. I'm just saying if we can have other people come in. Add guests. I'm looking to see if there's a collaboration. Compare plants. Monthly, yeah, that's too much per month too. So, yeah, it looks like Restream might be the go. Oops, I nixed my camera, so I'll put my camera back on. I nixed my camera when I was looking at the different things and brought up the web pages. So, yeah, I might look into Restream, Gail, and see if we can work out that we could sort of, co-stream so that you could also stream to your own channel, Gail, and, so that you get ad revenue from your channel too. I think if I run a comment picker, that would take from my chat and your chat, I think. We should ask Lynda how that works. So what do you think, Gail, if I, for a week's time, if I try to set up a restream and I send you the link, and I'll get that link out to some others. I think I can do it with 3 if I did the cheaper one on Restream. So, for example, my channel, your channel, and Jan's channel, for example. And we could get some people coming in to talk about Fall Fest. It'll be like 2 days or 1 day before Fall Fest starts. And we could, have a live stream talking about Fall Fest and hopefully get a lot of people just coming in. You know what I mean? Oh, I need another mouthful of coffee. I've been here yabbering away for an hour and 45 minutes. What do you think, Gail? Should we do that? And I mean, I could try it, and then if it works well, you know, tell you that it works well, and you see that it works well, restream. Even though I know it's a bit more complicated than StreamYard. But you know, for half the price, it's really, you know, worthwhile. And you know, we could sort of do that, and you know, have a live stream where we talk about Fall Fest and get it out. You know, if we could get like Jan, for example, in on it, and you know, you've got 10K subscribers, I've got 34. Jan, I believe's got over 40. So I mean, you know, over 40K, that's sort of making a fair reach, potentially, just to get talking about Fall Fest out there. And you know, whether we get many collaborators through it, who knows? But we could sort of get a lot of people wanting just to watch the playlists and enter, you know, that way. So it's worth thinking about. So what's your thoughts on that, Gail? If I get Restream and try that. So yeah, what's your thoughts on that? And yeah, we could sort of get it out. And yeah, Gail, if you could send me the actual, because I'm hopeless at typing. I could get Gemini just to capture the text, because I know you did send me I could get that into the description. Maybe Gemini could capture that, and so I could just paste the text instead of having to type everything. Or otherwise you could just, but you're probably busy. I was just thinking if you could email me the text. And of course I know that you did send me, you did send me the thumbnail, so I could sort of put the thumbnail up, you know, into the restream to have, you know, the Fall Fest. Yeah, there's other people walking around here, you know, this, so yeah, it's somebody talking outside. And I mean, you might often, you know, around here you'll hear cuss words getting dropped all the time, and they'll yell and scream and argue at each other and all sorts of shit like that. So, you know, if you hear me suddenly blank, hit the mute button, you know what's going on. But yeah, that is a lot cheaper. I might even set up like a restream and just see if I could test it today. Now, yeah, that's what it is. I'm afraid, Robyn. I wish it wasn't so. You know, it makes it hard for me to do stuff too with YouTube because I'm not really wanting. And then if somebody decides they're going to play bloody music, you know, that blows everything out of the water. You know, because of copyright. And some of what they play is not even bloody music, I don't think. It's just crap. So yeah, I've got to get out of this stink house. I should give this a run, and you know what I mean.
Full of deranged critters, it's reeking and foul. Lord, get me out of this stupid land and this crazy fetid stink house. Lord, help me now, me now. The stink house has so many addicts. They fill the place with shame. They yell, argue, fight, and scream, calling each other out by name. They hate each other and destroy the place, causing trouble and foul. The addicts are tearing down the place into a den of disgrace. A filthy critter blocks the toilet. It's a hellish sight, overflowing with turds, a mess in broad daylight. They even crap in the shower, don't care about the rest. Leave it for me to clean, a truly awful test. Shooting up with needles, blood all over the floor. Need to spray disinfectant before I can go in the door. Had to go to the mall, a clean restroom to find, cause the stink house toilet's a nightmare for my mind. I'm stuck in a stink house, the place is so dirty, full of deranged critters, it's reeking and foul. Lord, get me out of this stupid land and this crazy fetid stink house. Lord, help me now, help me now. Oh, Lord, help me get out of this stink house, away from these beasts. Help me leave this land, bring me to the land of opportunities and feasts. Bring me to America, my dream and my hope, the country of the free. Oh Lord, let my channel grow and explode for the world to see. America's my home, it's where my people are by blood. I'm all alone here in Oz, trying to get out of this mud. No family, no friends, just me stuck in this place. Oh Lord, I need a new life, a new home, and a fresh start with grace. With every step I break free, chasing dreams not in this trace. I'm stuck in a stink house, the place is so dirty, full of deranged critters, it's reeking and foul. Lord, get me out of this stupid land and this crazy fetid stink house. Lord, help me now, help me now. Stuck here in Oz.
What a friend we have in Jesus.
So yeah, that's yes, so just outside the other side of the window. So yeah. But yeah, give them a run of that, and yeah, they probably don't really like that very much, if you know what I mean, Robyn. Gail's probably laughing too. If she's still here with us watching, because I know she's in the car coming back from her movie. So, she's probably, she might be here, she might not. I did write it myself, yes. Basically what I did, Robyn, I wrote it myself, and I'd sort of run things through quite a few different AI tools just to get that. And with a fair bit of editing too. So it was actually a whole day's of work to do it. But yeah, it's actually up on my channel, Robyn. There's a version or two in the shorts shelf, and there's actually a version of it in the normal video shelf. So yeah, I'd love if everybody shared that one out, and if that went viral, that would be good. It would sort of help me, if you know what I mean. But I am thinking, yeah, I might have to try Restream and just see what we can do with that. I would love to hear Gail's thoughts if she thinks it's a great idea what I was talking about, and we could sort of, have a few people coming up and, get it shared out to her channel and another channel or two. And, we just talk about Fall Fest and get something out. Would love to hear what everybody's thoughts on that is. But yeah, perfect song, yes. Bendo, hi there. Yeah, sorry. English only, please. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, thank you so much. You're so cool. You're too kind. Thumbs up. Yes, I can speak a little bit of Indonesian, but I've forgotten so much. And Malay. I did live a long time in Jakarta, but yeah, it's been a few years now, and I've just forgotten. Forgotten so much. I'd have to go back to Indonesia and be, immersed there to speak it again. I could also, before I did live quite a while in Thailand, I could speak Thai a little, and I've forgotten so much with that too. The classic, if you don't use it, you lose it sort of thing. Was going to get back to me, but she's probably dropped out because she did say she's in the car watching. So she might have dropped out, the way cellular networks sort of work. She may have dropped out. But yes, I appreciate everybody dropping in here. We just sort of have. I'd got a new laptop, so I could sort of do StreamYard again. It's hopeless. You know, time for it to go. So I have to I'll have to plug it in and blank it and get it onto Facebook Marketplace. And if I get $50 for it, that's a bonus. But yes, if you want to see that song, I do have it on my channel, actually. So you can sort of watch it or, you know, share it out. You know, feel free. It is up on my channel. So, you know, there's a shorts shelf, and then there's a version on the video shelf. You know, long form version. You know, just the square screen, even in the long form version, but it's just a bit longer than a short. We still have a few people here viewing, so who's all still with us? And yeah, give us plenty of those. And oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Mickey. So you couldn't get up with the link. Oh dear. Because yeah, I thought the link worked, and it's a it's just a StreamYard. I don't know what happened there. You did get my email. I should check to see if you'd replied to me. I hope I sent it to the right address. To Creek Rescue at Gmail. Was that the right address, Mickey? Because I might not have had the right address. Unless it sort of dropped into your spam folder. Oh, you did? So you got it? Yep. Oh, I wonder why that didn't work. Because I didn't see you come up into the basement for some reason. But you would have been, if you're in the basement, you would have been able to send me a message through in the basement. Because yeah, I didn't see you pop up. Website advisor. Extension popped up on Chrome. I mean, there might have been something trying to block you from coming. I'll have to see if I can get myself come up here into the basement. because there may be, there may be a firewall stopping it or something. Oh, I made it to StreamYard, couldn't get in. Oh, that's interesting. Just see if I can get up from my tablet. Because there may be something stopping us from getting in, like a firewall or something. I don't know. I've just got this laptop, so that didn't work. Okay. Yes, I want to see if I can get in. Oh, thank you, Robyn. Yeah, we'll see you later. I really appreciate you coming. I don't want to do that too much. I'll try it through my phone. Because I know I've done it with my phone before. Enter studio.
Oh, yeah, it's working. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's working. Yeah. Yeah.